So hi guys, welcome back to my video, and I am Sherlyn May and Sualog, and I am here in front of you to discuss the different entry regarding to our subject, which is the swimming and aquatics. So I will discuss to you the different entry, if, when, or how it will be performed. So first we'll discuss about the wade and entry. So when the wade and entry being performed, the wade and entry is the best way to enter unknown water. That is when the wade and entry being performed. And how wade and entry being performed. The wade and entry being performed with the slow walk. Entering with a slow walk, feel your walk forward with your feet until the water is chest deep, then start to swim. So, yun yung how wade and entry being performed. Kailangan dahan-dahan kang lumakad papunta sa water, and i-feel mo muna yung feet mo or yung dalawang paa mo sa pag-enter mo ng water, and yun na yung paano paano mape-perform yung wade and entry. So next we have here the slide and entry. So when the slide and entry being performed, the slide and entry being performed in the depth of water and state of the bottom are unknown. So that is when the slide and entry performed. So how the slide and entry being performed? So the slide and entry being performed by sliding the feet and feel the obstacle or the object below your feet. So yun yung paano mape-perform yung slide and entry in the water. So yun, kailangan you will slide your both feet, and kailangan ma-feel mo yung obstacle or yung object or the ground of the water. So next we have here the stride and entry. So when the stride and entry being performed, you know the water is at least 1.5 meter deep, and the slide entry is not appropriate in the stride and entry. So yun, pag 1.5 meter deep yung water, kailangan i-perform mo yung slide entry, pero hindi appropriate. Hindi siya appropriate na gamitin in the stride in entry. Yun yung ibig sabihin. So how the stride in entry being performed? Stride and entry being performed when you put your arm side you and step one foot into the water. Planted your foot well so that you don't slip. Hindi ka ma-outbalance or something, in ma-outbalance or ma-slide or ma-slip sa water. Make sure you always look your target the whole time. Also, slap your hands when you hit the water. Combination of the looking up or the looking to your target, then while slapping your both hands beside you, will help you keep your head above the water. So next we have the step of entry. So when the step of entry being performed, so the step of entry being performed when shallow or in the shallow or unknown waters, and you are too high for a slide entry, use the step off. Kapag mataas ka para sa slide, pag nasa taas ka na portion and hindi mo mape-perform yung slide and entry, use the step of entry, which means you will prepare your feet from the surface, and then step of entry is parang hindi like sa slide and entry na you will jump or something. Kailangan mong step from the flat surface, you will just step to the water. So yun. So how the step of entry being performed? So here's the explanation. Step of entry being performed by the platform into the water, keep your knees flexed and be ready to absorb any impact in case you hit the floor. And last but not the least, we have here the dive in entry. So when the dive in entry being performed, so here's the explanation. The risk of head, neck, and spinal cord injury also means diving could be extremely dangerous without proper training and taking appropriate precautions before diving. So, of course, when you are diving in the water or under the water, you must have a training. You undergo training. You will follow appropriate instruction from the supervisor or the one who instructed you, diba? So, how dive in entry being performed? Dive in entry being performed when you are in the flat surface or any platforms, and then you will jump, and then your head will go down first, and then after that is your body, right? So it look like this. From here, you are in the platform or in the flat surface, and then you are planning to dive. So you must the first to perform is your head, which is when you jump, your head will go first and then follow by your body. And kaya siya naging delikado or dangerous if hindi ka nagsunod sa appropriate instruction or you haven't done a proper training. Is it because when you dive in the water or under the water, the head will go down first, and the impact will be very high or dangerous for our head or for the head of the diver. So that is why you must follow the appropriate instruction of your instructor, or you are having or you have done trainings. So that's it for our class chart. That's it for our topic for today. I hope you have learned a lot from me, and see you in another or the next video. Bye.